On this story, we can go across to Felix Light, correspondent at the Moscow Times. Felix, what can we expect from this meeting in Sochi today?
Well, Delano, meetings between Putin and Lukashenko by themselves are not entirely out of the ordinary. In fact, in recent months, as Lukashenko and Belarus has become ever more dependent on Russia, Lukashenko has made more and more trips to Russia, asking for financial support and for more political support from Russia. Now, every time he goes, however, there is always a wave of speculation. What is Putin asking in return? There's always some people suggesting that perhaps they're going to agree to a currency union or even to a merger of the two countries. Now, that being said, there are no indications so far that this meeting will result in anything quite so dramatic. The two sides have said the agenda is economic cooperation. And so far, the balance of probabilities is where it will remain, essentially. However, it is important in the sense that just 5 days after Lukashenko and Belarus's relations with the European Union effectively collapsed into nothing, Russia is signaling its continued alliance with Belarus and signaling to the world that despite Belarus being increasingly isolated, it remains its ally and it continues to defend it. And I think that will be very, very significant in determining Belarus's fate going forward.
Now, Russia has barred some EU carriers from flying to Moscow if they avoided Belarusian airspace. Just today, an Air France flight from Paris to Moscow was cancelled. What's the latest on that front?
Yeah, it's a very murky situation still. Over the last couple of days, I think 2 Air France flights and 1 Austrian air flight that were planning to avoid Belarusian airspace in accordance with that EU directive were cancelled, were refused permission to file a flight plan by the Russian authorities. Now, at first, this appeared like it was some kind of blanket plan punishing the EU for its refusal to use Belarusian airspace. But what makes the picture rather more confusing is that other European airlines in the Netherlands and in Germany and in the UK are being allowed to fly around Belarusian airspace to Moscow. So we don't quite know what the situation is yet. The Russian side is actually delivering quite mixed signals, saying that sort of condemning the EU ban on Belarusian airspace, but also saying that it's just a technical problem and it will be sorted out soon. But I think either way, we'll be following developments in the Russian aviation sector very, very closely in the coming days.
Okay, Felix, thank you very much for that. Felix Light reporting there for us from Moscow.